Today is the launch in Northern Ireland of this European Year of Combating Poverty and Social Exclusion. It's brought together people who are working in the area, but most importantly, the people who are themselves suffering and enduring poverty.
Recently in the recession, things have been quite difficult in finding work, and I'm sure those of you who maybe lost their jobs as well will find that we are only a few paychecks away from being in a very, very difficult situation. And the safety net, I have to say, is, it's like a string vest with some rather large holes, and it's very easy to fall through. And as someone who's worked for the best part of 30 years, I found it an awful shock, I must admit, to find that I was entitled to less than £50 a week. And the sanctions that you face are there to actually sort of make you feel something less than slightly human.
We're out doing a training programme and getting £40 a week. Yeah. There's people on the Brew that's getting money 2 weeks. They can lie in bed. They can even go down to the Brew, get a crisis loan, or, they're getting extra money. Yeah. And they're getting probably more than us every 2 weeks.
So we're expecting these young people to behave like adults. They have very mature responsibilities. They're paying money into the house. They're supporting grannies or aunties and uncles, but yet we don't respect them enough to give them even minimum wage. Yeah. These are your next generations of voters, and these boys are telling you it's not fair that they are living the way they're living. It's not fair that as a society we expect them to live like that.
You young guys are getting it very hard with the money you have to live on, but there's another 45 to 49,000 young people. They aren't even in the system in terms of employment, education or training, so they're out there living on literally nothing. We need to be doing better with the kids that we have got engaged, and need to be doing even more to re-engage the ones that have completely disengaged.
And I did some research last year with young NEETs, young people not in education, training or employment, and some of the things that they wanted were very basic. They needed to have the same rights and entitlements of other people. Right. They needed to be given information. They needed to be treated with respect. They couldn't access the money to get them from particularly rural areas into urban centres in order to train. They didn't know who to contact to find out about courses. They wanted to improve their circumstances, but the barriers were financial and information based.
There are things that ministers and officials are trying to do. Now you'll see a number of kiosks, like telephone boxes, appearing in public places where people can go and they can put in details about their particular circumstances, and they will be given online access to the sorts of benefits that they may be entitled to, and then given information as to how they can go and make further investigations, contact points that they can follow up.
We have to look at how we actually deal with people on a face-to-face, day-to-day basis who are struggling. And most people who have work, want to work, but can't find work.
Young people, lone parents, older people, people with disabilities, all can experience and suffer from poverty and social exclusion. And what we need to do is to raise the profile of all those people and raise the conscience of the rest of society to doing something about it. And that, I think, is what the year is all about.